Well, hey there guys, it's your favorite backyard geographer. I was out in the garage going through my junk and I thought of you. 1961 was a great year. Rocky and Bullwinkle, Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color, and even the invention of the Frito corn chip. But one company would entice the world with its tiny little hand-painted figurines in equally tiny little boxes of some of your favorite friends. Join me today as I share the history and some of my favorite Disneykins. So as you can see, I have now put on display some of my Disneykins. This is my absolute favorite one. I have some favorites, but this is the one, my absolute. It's Pecos Bill, and obviously it's the box, right? That's what never lasted. So you open the little cardboard box, and you pull him out. I'm gonna put him right here by Snow White. Disneykin, little Pecos Bill, I love it. Okay. So debuting in 1961, the Marx toy company would produce miniature hand-painted plastic figures. They would either come in a tiny box or in a small yet elaborate set. Made using the injection molded hard plastic system, these hand-painted by artists in British Hong Kong, each Disneykin figure was packaged perfectly as a miniature masterpiece of post-war technology. The inspiration? Well, in the 1950s, the Marx Toy Company would introduce the ever-popular Walt Disney Television Playhouse, which was 38 soft plastic, unpainted Disney characters. In order to make the Disneykins, they used the same designs but shrank them down from 60 millimeters to, well, the size that we see here in these tiny little boxes. Same characters, same poses, just smaller and hand-painted. Now, the Lewis Marx Toy Company manufactured Disneykins from 1961 right up to the end of the company's demise in 1973. But throughout those years, the Marx Company had produced a large number of completely different Disneykins and Disneykin lines, with a total of 160 figures at the last count. Basically, Marx made a Disneykin representation of nearly every major character in a Disney animated film that was being released or re-released during those 12-year periods. Some of the films that they produced for was Lady and the Tramp, Sword in the Stone, 101 Dalmatians, Babes in Toyland, Robin Hood, Snow White, and many, many more. What's also interesting is some of those, such as the Babes in Toyland and the 101 Dalmatians, was in Britain. It wasn't released here in the United States. Now anyway, Disneykins would be purchased in one of four ways: single figures in little candy-colored individual boxes, or with or without a window. There were also the TV scenes, one or two figures and props in a very small 3-inch by 3-inch television-like window display box. There were also play sets, larger, more elaborate window display boxes which housed 5 to 8 figures in a stage set scene with furniture, props, and even a themed background. And last was a gift box, a large window display package which included all of or most of the figures from an entire series, each in its own individual cubbyhole with a name tag. This format is frequently misidentified as being a store display. Now, the ingenious and most frustrating aspect of the Disneykin packaging was not only the large variety of interesting box formats and packaging used to sell and often resell the same figure, but the fact that a child would have to purchase nearly every playset in a line to just assemble one of the film's cartoon's casts. For example, in the first series, the Mickey Mouse and Friends playset included Peter Pan. The Donald Duck Pier playset had Captain Hook, and Tinkerbell only appears in the Dumbo Circus playset, alongside with Alice. In the second series, it got even more strange, with the Lost Boys playset featuring Flower, the skunk from Bambi, and the Lady and Tramp playset had 2 clowns from Dumbo, and the 3 Little Pigs had the Big Bad Wolf in the Cinderella set. Anyway, it got very, very complicated, as you can see. So what I have here, as you can identify, I have the Snow White set, some in and outside of the original box. I've got my Pecos Bill, but down here you've got your Mickey and Friends, Alice. I've got Pinocchio, and working your way through, you've also got Dumbo, Bambi, Peter Pan, and then right up front, some of my favorites from Babes in Toyland. So one of my favorite sets, which I do not own any of, so if you've got some, let me know, is the Ludwig von Drake TV scenes, each having a unique title, which is supposed to explain the scene. Some titles referred to a subject of which was, the bungling professor considered himself an expert of, such as being an astronomer or an archaeologist or even a psychiatrist. Other labels were specifically related to the wacky professor's adventures as the host of the TV series, The Wonderful World of Color. So everyone's favorite YouTube video, right, is an unboxing. So let's do a little unboxing. I was able to acquire this box just recently, and I love it because it says on the side, Hong Kong 6761, 18 Disneykins. It said it was part of the Snow White set. So when I opened it, much to my surprise, it was not. So let's go through this and see what's in this box together. So what's neat about these is that, I know, and they're so tiny in little, these are the original plastic baggies, and on the back, they've got the gold Marx logo on it. So I just wanted to kind of point out, these are some of the more rare or unique ones. I've got Geppetto, Little Figaro, Thumper, Brer Rabbit. I know these are so tiny, guys. They're hysterical. Brer Rabbit. From being hand painted, some of these are quite terrifying. Here's Jose from the Three Caballeros, as well as Panchito with his little pistols. These are so. Look at this is the Blue Fairy from Pinocchio. She has just one eyebrow. Oh, Lord. Oh, look at this Captain Hook. And then in here's, I've got a handful of additional of the dwarves from Snow White. So, I don't know. Stuff like this really is exciting for me because it is a part of Disneyana culture. I mean, these are almost 60 years old. And, when any collector, Disney collector, or any collector, I guess, any across the board, it's the box. And when you get to have the box that goes with everything, that's what makes it really fun. Some of these boxes tell you what other were available. That's supposed to be Captain Hook, which blows my mind. You got Geppetto and Figaro, and there's Pecos Bill. I mean, just to have these and to think that these were toys. These were the toys that people were sought after in the 1960s, and to bring home some of that world of color and imagination to you. So maybe you have some of these Marx Disneykins. Maybe you have some of the other many Marx toys that were created that were a partnership with the Walt Disney Company. I would love to hear what you have. Be sure to like this video, comment below, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll talk soon. With its tiny, itty-bitty little handmade little characters. I totally f***ed that up.
It was good. It was like endearing.
I know.